Joining us now on ITV1, Claire Smith.
Over 90 gorgeous girls, one famous crown. Yes, the biggest prize in beauty, Miss World 2001, is just days away. Who will win? Well, this year, your opinion counts. So get set for an exclusive preview to find out how you can vote for who you think are the most beautiful girls in the world. Hello and welcome to Sun City and fabulous South Africa, and indeed to Miss World 2001, you decide. I'm Claire Smith, and over the next hour and a half we're going to be meeting some of the world's most stunning women as they experience the spectacular sights and sounds of South Africa. So stay tuned to find out who dazzled as a Zulu dancer, who hit the heights in a hot air balloon, and who turned out to be a top safari spotter. Later on, I'll be telling you how you can vote for your top 3 favourite contestants. But first, let's find out what happened to the girls when they touched down in the Rainbow Nation. As I'm sure you can tell, there's a real buzz of excitement about this year's contest. This year, for the very first time, you can vote for your favourite contestants. And to help you do that, we've opened special phone lines all over the world. This is how it works. Every time you see each girl on screen in her swimwear, you'll see a special voting code. All you have to do, simply note down your top 3 favourites and their voting codes and telephone the number on the bottom of the screen to register your choice. Your votes will count towards deciding our top 10 semi-finalists for Miss World 2001, now just a few days away. And thanks to the proportional voting system, whether you're in the USA, Uruguay or the Ukraine, each country's vote has an equal weight. Now, Miss World is one of TV's biggest international events, watched in over 100 countries worldwide. You can also find us on the web at missworld.org, where you'll find details of all those worldwide voting numbers and also how you can vote for a separate award of Miss Photogenic. But first, they call it the smoke that thunders. Victoria Falls in Zambia was the simply breathtaking destination for our first group of girls.
The reception was really wonderful when we arrived. They welcomed us with drums and singing and music. It was crazy, it was beautiful.
Welcome aboard.
Nos hicimos muy amigas, compartimos muchas cosas. Nunca imaginé que hubiera sido tan agradable.
It's beautiful.
Ai, gostei também dos elefantes, que são super grandes, que eu nunca pensei que fossem assim.
Tudo é super bonito. O que eu mais gostei foi do hipopótamo, porque a liberdade em que ele vive, isso me deixa super contente, feliz em saber que ainda no mundo existe essa liberdade.
E estou a gostar de tudo, a natureza, os animais, tudo.
Today we're in Zambia and we've seen some huge elephants, some hippos in the water and some impalas on the shore. So it's been a real eye-opener for all the girls. It's been great.
Ich war sehr beeindruckt über die Gastfreundlichkeit und die Warmherzigkeit der Bewohner in Sambia.
En Bolivia tenemos mucha naturaleza, como la hay aquí, mucha naturaleza hermosa. La gente también se parece al ser muy atenta con la gente que llega de otro lado.
The Victoria Falls, popularly known amongst the local as Mos Otunya, which means the smoke that thunders, is one of the largest tourist attractions in the world.
Well, I think the falls are amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. The falls are great, but I would hate to fall in because I cannot swim.
In Croatia we actually have something like that, but it's much smaller than Victoria Falls.
I think Victoria Falls is the most romantic place in the world.
I've been on one of the highest bungee jumping on the Victoria Falls Bridge. It's quite exhilarating.
Hey Rob, have you seen how high it is?
No, it's only 111.
You're joking.
111.
Good luck, Rob!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Benji!
Oh my God!
Oh, I would never do a bungee jump because I think it looks a little bit dangerous, but Rob's bungee jump was really great.
Let's see the girls now as they get into the swim in their beachwear. Watch out for those voting codes.
Hi, I'm Miss Angola. Eu gostei da África do Sul e admiro muito a pessoa que criou um lugar tão bonito como Sun City. Eu tenho muitos hobbies, principalmente cozinhar comida típica da Angola para a minha família e para os meus amigos.
Hello, I'm Miss Argentina. I like South Africa because people are very friendly. I like reading and learning about people from all over the world.
I'm Miss Aruba. South Africa is such a beautiful country. Nature is so alive here, and I really admire the people down here for the preservation of animals and nature. In Aruba, it's summer all year long, and you can really enjoy the many beautiful and white sandy beaches.
Hi, I'm Miss Australia. Australians are known for their fun-loving and easygoing nature, and also what I think is important is that we're living in such a large country with so many different cultures in relative harmony.
Hi, I'm Miss Austria. A lot of visitors come to Austria to see our beautiful lakes, for swimming in summer, and there are beautiful mountains for skiing in winter, and we are also very famous for our music. I'm very happy that I can be part of Miss World, and I'm enjoying meeting a lot of people from all over the world.
I'm Miss American Virgin Islands. What I love most about my country, the American Virgin Islands, is certainly the tropical weather that we encounter all year round. And we have the beautiful beaches, the trees. It's truly beautiful.
Hi, I'm Miss Bolivia. Lo que más me gustó de Sudáfrica es la amabilidad de la gente. El mayor orgullo de mi vida es el estar aquí en Sudáfrica representando a mi país en el Miss World. Mi mayor ambición es terminar mi profesión para llegar a ser una excelente odontóloga.
I am Miss Brazil. No meu tempo livre, eu gosto de visitar instituições de crianças carentes. O Brasil e a África do Sul têm pontos em comuns, como a beleza natural.
Hi, I am Miss British Virgin Islands. South Africa is a beautiful country, and I am most interested in learning about the wildlife. My ambition is to one day manage my own hotel in the British Virgin Islands. The British Virgin Islands is made up of 60 different islands. Each island is surrounded by crystal clear waters.
Hello, I'm Miss Croatia. I like animals, especially horses and dolphins. I love riding in my home country, Croatia. When I finish high school, my ambitions is to be a lawyer. It's been my dream since I was a little girl.
Hello, I'm Miss Germany. Germany is very different to South Africa because of its culture, its climate and landscape. So that's why I'm very excited to be here. Music is a very important part of my life. I've been playing the viola for the past 13 years in different orchestras.
Hi, I'm Miss Portugal. Esta é a primeira vez que estou na África do Sul e estou a achar tudo muito bonito. A coisa mais importante na minha vida é a minha família, especialmente os meus pais.
Getting more than a bit wet there, but definitely having some fun. That, of course, was our first group of girls. Could the winner be amongst them? Well, that is up to you. Simply note down your 3 favourite contestants and their voting codes, and when you've seen all the girls, telephone the number below. Telephone lines are open now, and just in case those numbers don't appear on your screen, you can log on to the website at missworld.org for all the worldwide voting numbers. After the break, more African adventures, more gorgeous girls, and more chances to vote for your favourites. See you then.
At Baxter's, we're tough on tomatoes. Because only the finest ingredients make Baxter's new fresh soup our freshest soup ever.
Live up to 100 girls at home waiting by the phone. Call 09064 070708. That's 09064 070708.
So with McDonald's new McChicken Premiere doing roaring business, we took a look at the making of this extraordinarily successful production.
I mean, the Big Mac set the standard, you know, it's a classic. But when I read the recipe for the new McChicken Premiere, the fillet breast of chicken, salsa, sour cream and chive sauce and focaccia bread, I just knew we had another winner.
McDonald's amazing new McChicken Premiere is now wowing them at your local McDonald's.
Okay, it's my go.
Can you see it?
No.
Can you smell it?
No.
Can you taste it?
No. You'll never get it.
Carbon monoxide. It can kill your family. Gas and solid fuel appliances need air. Don't block up vents.
Welcome back to Miss World 2001, You Decide. Coming up, Cosmopolitan Cape Town, South Africa's southern jewel. But first, our next group of girls headed out to Durban to take in the wild beauty of the unspoilt coastline and a touch of the tribal, with a visit to find out what life's like in a traditional Zulu village.
I like South Africa because the weather is warm and sunny.
Me encanta ese lugar porque es un lugar relajante donde puedo descansar y tener paz.
Yesterday I saw dolphins in the sea. It was amazing. It was the first time I saw them.
Fresh air, very many green trees, lots of birds I have never seen before.
Shakaland is in the place KwaZulu-Natal, which is the Zulus are the biggest nation. So this place, Shakaland, we're paying tribute to King Shaka, who was the king who combined all the tribes to make a nation, the people of the heaven.
It's really exciting that I'm here. The place is brilliant. I enjoyed the welcome dances and the people in general.
It was really exciting for me to be able to learn a little bit about the Zulu culture, such as the word Zeabonga, which means thank you.
It's amazing to see how the people of Shakaland had maintained the rich culture with such pride. And I had the chance to buy this weapon named Napkiri.
Cool. What I found really intriguing was the arrangement of the Zulu homestead. It was interesting to learn that they had a reason why they arranged everything the way they did. For example, they had the men's hut at the right-hand side of the homestead so that they could protect their families.
Zulu life is great, and I carried a pot on my head. The most exciting moment of the day was when I shook hands with the chief of the tribe.
I'm very proud that Latvian culture has a chance to meet Zulu culture. The girls' dance that we have learned here is the greatest gift ever given to me.
Let's move up a gear now as the girls jump to it with some trampolining. Keep watching out for those voting codes.
I miss Ukraine. I'm studying at the National Law Academy in my native city, Odessa. I want to use my legal knowledge in show business.
Hello, I'm Miss Chile. Yo vivo en la zona del centro de Chile, especialmente en un valle donde hay un clima muy parecido al de Sudáfrica, un poco más seco. Me gustaría ayudar a mucha gente que no ha podido tener mi fortuna, tanto en Chile como en el mundo.
Hi, I'm Miss Costa Rica. My greatest achievement is this opportunity to tell the world about my wonderful country, Costa Rica. I speak 3 languages and I want to learn many more. What I love about South Africa is the greatness of the land and the heart of its people.
Hello, I'm Miss Dominican Republic. I love my hometown. It's safe and beautiful, and it was a real privilege to grow up there. I like South Africa because of its rich culture and its spectacular environment.
I am Miss Estonia. I'm studying at Estonian University. My ambition is to start my own business in the future. In my spare time, I play tennis and squash.
Hi, I'm Miss Latvia. I like to design clothes. I'm also a qualified aerobics instructor. And I teach mathematics to children too.
Hello, I'm Miss Romania. I speak 4 languages and now I'm learning Japanese, and I am also studying karate. I had during my lifetime 11 dogs, 5 cats and 3 canaries.
I am Miss Russia. I think I'm very lucky to be a contestant in Miss World. I see every girl as a valuable stone in the crown of beauty. I'm very happy to be here in South Africa. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Hi, I'm Miss Uganda. I love to write poetry. I go down by the water edge at home in Uganda and I write there. It helps me to express how I feel. Water to me seems to be telling a never-ending story. It's so relaxing, and when I'm there I get very creative.
I am Miss Colombia. Es un lugar bellísimo con muchas cosas que ofrecer a las personas que lo visitan. En un caballo precioso que tengo que se llama Silvana. Me encanta montar en los valles, en las montañas, en todos los lugares posibles en los que pueda hacerlo.
Hello, I'm Miss Zimbabwe. I would describe myself as a very confident person, fun, outgoing, and it's really exciting meeting people from all over the world. I enjoy traveling and I'm really excited to be in South Africa again.
Not bad, hey? You wouldn't actually think that was the first time they'd done that, would you? Well, we've now met a quarter of our contestants and you've probably already got a few favourites, but don't make up your mind just yet. We've still got nearly 70 of the world's most beautiful women still left for you to meet. So let's travel on now to Cape Town with its famous backdrop of Table Mountain and check in with our next group of girls.
Cape Town, un poco más grande que mi ciudad, es pequeña, pero creo que la gente es igual de humana, igual de amigable como en mi tierra.
It feels a lot like home. Canada, we have the 5 Great Lakes, so it reminds me of the summers with boating. A little bit more tropical though because of the palm trees here.
Having a great time here. The people are very friendly, the place is wonderful, and of course the weather is great.
Lots of people have this impression about beauty pageants being everybody scratching and being nasty to each other behind their backs. Not at all. We get along like sisters.
You know, there's so many things to see when you come to Cape Town. We say that there's predominantly 6 main areas, which we call the Big 6, of which Kirstenbosch is one of them. We also have recently been voted amongst the top 7 botanical gardens in the world, which we're very proud of.
My favorite thing about this garden has to be the fynbos, because the green of the trees is so beautiful and it smells so great.
I thought so. Did you see those flowers are so weird and exotic? That color is beautiful. I love the flowers here.
Well, I think my favorite place in Cape Town is this botanical garden because in our daily life we don't have the opportunity to stop and see how wonderful and amazing is the world and how lucky we are for being part of it. The best thing about Cape Town is the white sand beaches. We don't have those in England, and it was wonderful being on a natural white sand beach.
美丽的开普敦，这是我来开普敦印象最深刻的事情，那就是我第一次能够看见美丽的大海。
We just had a picnic, as you can see, and it was great. It was a chance for all of us girls to sit back, relax, and enjoy the food, and we're having a great time.
Bueno, he disfrutado el estar con todas mis compañeras, porque como es que este momento nos ha reunido a todas un poco más, y pude conocer un poco más de ellas, que es lo más importante de este concurso.
Apart from the landscapes, I think guava juice is one of the best things here in South Africa. I've drank it here for the first time and it's really delicious.
Time for our girls to team up now and try out their soccer skills.
Hello, I'm Miss Singapore. The sport that I love most will be rifle shooting. I have been doing that for 4 years, since my secondary school. And I have actually won medals, trophies, as well as certificates. And that boosts my confidence a lot, because it shows how much I can perform.
Hello, I'm Miss South Africa.
My message to the Miss World contestants would be the same message that my mom has always given me. She's taken the cliche, just be yourself, and taken it to new heights with be your best self. And I think that's so important that all of us just remain our best selves and are true to ourselves.
Hi, I'm Miss Canada. What message do I have for the other contestants? Well, basically, whenever you enter something, enter it with a positive attitude, be the best that you can be, but never ever try to be better than anyone else.
¿Cómo están? Soy Miss Venezuela. Mi país me ha apoyado en todos los sentidos para poder estar aquí. Mi presencia y mis conocimientos han sido suficientes. De resto, me lo han dado todo.
Hello, I'm Miss England. My hobbies are skiing and snowboarding. I try to go away when I can. Another hobby of mine is DJing. DJing is actually my ambition, and I would love to play alongside some of my heroes.
¿Cómo están? Soy Miss México. Para mí Sudáfrica es un lugar lleno de magia, color y aventura, donde curiosamente sientes que cada cosa a tu alrededor sabe que estás ahí y te hace sentir bienvenido. Sudáfrica es viento, sonrisas, verde, suspiros. Me encanta.
Hi, I'm Miss Nicaragua. My message for the other contestant is that it doesn't matter what they want to do in their lives or what are the ambitions. I think the most important thing is to fight for our dreams and do it giving your best and with real passion.
Hi, I'm Miss Holland. I'm quite lucky because in South Africa they also speak Dutch. The locals speak a language called Afrikaans, which is based on how Dutch people spoke about 100 years ago.
I grew up around the mountains, and when I moved out to Florida, I grew up around the ocean. So here you pretty much get the best of both worlds. My message to all the other Miss World contestants is live life like there's no tomorrow and learn like you'll live forever.
Hello, I'm Miss China.
有一件让我非常荣幸的事，就是在中国不断的对外开放的前提下，我能有机会作为第一位中国小姐参加这次世界小姐比赛。
Hola, soy Miss Uruguay. Me encanta conocer gente nueva porque siento que siempre estoy aprendiendo algo nuevo. No importa si somos de la misma edad, cultura o religión, pienso que siempre hay una nueva lección por aprender.
Hi, I'm Miss Switzerland. My message to the other contestants is actually very simple. Stay yourself, don't play a role, just be natural. For I believe that arrogance and indifference are also responsible for some problems in our world. After the break, more of the world's most gorgeous girls in South Africa's finest locations. Don't go away.
Team Anthems 2002. The sound of a great night out.
Live up to 100 girls at home waiting by the phone. Call 09064 070708. That's 09064 070708.
When you're ready.
If you want to smell fresh and be at your best, there's something that's new. It's called Vaporess. It goes in your iron and works through the steam for long-lasting freshness. Oh, don't get too keen.
No. New Comfort Vaporess. Freshness from your iron.
This woman is about to save someone's life. Yesterday, she gave blood. Do something amazing today. Save a life. Please.
Welcome back. You're watching Miss World 2001 You Decide, our exclusive preview of the stunning women chosen by nearly 100 countries to take part in this year's Miss World. And don't forget, you get the chance to shape the lineup of our top semi-finalists this year. All you have to do is note down your top 3 favourite contestants, their voting codes, and telephone the number that should be appearing on the bottom of your screen now. Remember, lines are open now, and every single country's vote counts, whether you're in India, Italy or Iceland. And in case you can't see that number on the bottom of the screen, they're all listed on the website. That's missworld.org. Now, here at Sun City, there's a surprise literally round every corner, as our next group of girls found out when they went to meet the local wildlife at the nearby Pilanesberg Game Park.
Pilanesberg is one of South Africa's premier parks. It is 55,000 hectares in size. Pilanesberg is also the only national park over which you can do hot air ballooning. We do that in the early morning when the weather is at its best, and it gives you a fantastic opportunity to float across the Pilanesberg, observing its wildlife from above.
Well, basically the balloons were at a distance from each other, and we were yelling from one balloon to another to see if we could sort of hear each other, to see if it was echoing, which it was. So
we were yelling, "Hello, is everybody there?" And we get an echo back. They were answering. So it was really funny.
It's a new experience for us, for all the girls, and it's the first time that I'm going on balloon.
Our whole experience was different, none that I've ever experienced in Hawaii.
Initially I was terrified, but it turned out to be great. It was lots of fun, and I do it again.
None of us girls had ever done it before, so we didn't really know what to expect. We arrived and took some photos with the balloons in the background, and then jumped into the carriages.
I was so excited. It was my first trip, and I felt that I was top of the world.
And we have seen so many kind of very, very beautiful birds, yes. And in the end we got this.
We got this.
The Pilanesberg has an incredible variety of game, including Africa's Big Five, which is the lion, leopard, elephant, rhinoceros and buffalo. Let's see what's out there for us this afternoon.
Those are the white rhinoceros, but in my language we call it chukudu. And I'm going to count up to 3, then you say all of them. 1, 2, 3.
Sukudu.
Good ladies.
Well, we're really enjoying it. We've seen so many things so far. We've seen the zebra, we've seen the rhino, we've seen a hippo, we've seen wildebeest.
The funniest thing was 9 meters, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really funny.
It's really exciting and surprising for me, and I never forget this experience.
あんなに大きいサイがもう間近に見えたのですごい興奮しました。もうちょっとで触れそうだったので触りたかったです。
Now let's see the girls focus their minds and bodies with the ancient art of yoga.
Hello, I'm Miss Bangladesh. I would like to be a lawyer so that I can get the chance to do something for the destitute women and children of this world. I love about South Africa that people of different culture is living here so peacefully together. South Africa is really amazing and wonderful.
Hi, I'm Miss Namibia. I intend studying psychology. I'd love to write a motivational book aimed at the younger generation. I have recently started working with disadvantaged children in Namibia.
Hi, I'm Miss Israel. In my spare time, I like books and theater. I have also been ballroom dancing for 5 years. Israel has a fantastic history and many ancient places. I think South Africa has beautiful nature and amazing animals. The people are warm and always ready to help you.
Hello, I'm Miss Hawaii. A lot of people come to Hawaii because it's a place where they can go on a vacation and find peace within themselves. When I dance the hula, I become the messenger and I take my audience on a journey. I feel very blessed to be here.
Hello, I'm Miss Tahiti. I have played piano for 10 years. I play all types of music, including classical, modern, and Tahitian music. For my career, I have the choice of being a professional pianist or an international lawyer.
Hello, I'm Miss Turkey. In my spare time, I help local children, homeless people, and old people. I have played basketball in women's national basketball team. My dream is to swim with dolphins.
Hi, I'm Miss New Zealand. My philosophy in life is to never settle for less than my own personal best. My passion in life is dancing. I have been doing it for 13 years and I enjoy all types of dance, my favourite being hip-hop and modern jazz.
Hello, I'm Miss Norway. In my spare time, I am an aerobic instructor and I also do some kick-off, that is a kind of kickboxing. In 1999, I became the Norwegian best disco dancer.
Hello and namaste, I'm Miss India. Every Sunday my family and I go to the local charity organization where we help young children. I love sewing and embroidery. I've done it since I was 14 years old and I've kind of perfected the art. One of my many achievements is that I am the first Indian woman to ever bungee jump.
Hi, I'm Miss Korea. In my country, it is now winter, so to be in South Africa in the summer is very exciting. I am studying Korean traditional dancing, and I spend a lot of my time creating new movements. The landscape and the nature here is fantastic. I even tried my first passion fruit.
Hello, I'm Miss Japan. 私の趣味は陶芸です。お茶碗を作ったりお湯飲みを作ったりしています。自分でも使いますが友達にあげます。夏祭りになると私はいつも和太鼓を叩いています。 Hello, I'm Miss Scotland. In my spare time, I like to go shipwreck diving. I spend most of my time along the Scottish coast, diving and exploring what I can. I am so proud of Scotland because of its history, its beautiful landscape and its wonderful people.
Some rest and relaxation there, I'm sure much appreciated with such a busy schedule. It's the halfway point in our journey around South Africa, but we still have over 40 of the world's most beautiful women still left for you to meet. Who's going to get your vote? Keep watching. Simply note down your top 3 favourite contestants, their voting codes, and telephone the number that you should be seeing on your screens now. Telephone lines are open now, and thanks to the proportional voting system, each country's vote counts equally. And just in case you can't see those telephone numbers, they're all listed on the website. It's back to Durban now as the girls explore the golden sands of the Dolphin coastline.
Our guests have the opportunity to go through this beautiful indigenous forest, and then we go onto the beach where they experience the fantastic sea air, and the horses are very happy here. They have an absolute life of luxury, and they enjoy the ride as much as the riders do.
This horse's name is Cheyenne.
I started the riding facility 3 years ago with 6 horses, and it proved to be so popular that we've built the herd up now to 18 horses.
The farm was so good. The rabbits are very sweet, and I love horses. And her name of my horses is Princess Diana.
This is the first time I've been horse riding, and I'm so excited. It's just wonderful. You know, it's quite high, but I'm comfortable, so I'm gonna do it again one day. I just love it.
It's been really, really good. Horses are beautiful and so strong, and it can be very intimidating, but love these animals.
You know, my father is a horse trainer, and I've never been on a horse again, but I think I'll continue doing that when I go back. It's great.
I had a wonderful experience today, horseback riding on the beach. It was my first time, but it was a great experience thanks to a nice horse and obedient horse named Milkshake.
Well, I haven't ridden for many years, but it was wonderful to do it again on this beautiful beach.
Really, I've never ridden a horse before, but today I enjoyed it.
So picturesque and idyllic. I really wish all my friends and family could see it.
Sudafrica è un paese bellissimo. La cosa che mi ha colpito di più è il calore della gente.
South Africa is heaven on earth, and the girls are wonderful people to live with.
So I'm really relaxing here, and I had a lot of time to meet new friends from all over the world.
Back on the beach now with the girls as they come down to earth with some limbo.
I am Miss Ghana. My hobbies include drawing and sewing, which are the major topics I'm studying at school. I would like to continue helping the needy children and also to become somebody big in the fashion and modeling industry.
I'm a very health-conscious person. Sport and fitness is a major part of my life. Iceland is a small country with a big heart. We have stunning nature. Everything is very pure. The environment is very well respected.
Hello, I'm Miss Wales. When I get any spare time, I enjoy
dancing, going to the theatre and generally spending time with my friends. My ambition is to become an actress, so I hope to go to university to study drama.
Hello, I'm Miss Belgium. I studied child psychology for 3 years and I really found that very interesting. This year I really got to know myself. I became much stronger and independent. I've grown in so many ways.
Hi, I'm Miss Antigua. I love gardening. It's really relaxing for me. I'm in the process of landscaping my parents' home. I'm very much an animal lover. I have 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 kittens, and 2 fish.
Hello, I'm Miss Cyprus. I love to dance. Latin American is my favorite. I believe it's the most feminine. The trees and the sea here remind me of home, and the people are so warm and friendly. I always take photographs. I have taken pictures of every moment of my stay in South Africa.
Hello, I'm Miss Tanzania. My biggest ambition is to become a lawyer, and I'd like to combine it with modeling. I'm a very happy and kind person, and I love to advise people in different ways.
Hi, I'm Miss France. In my spare time, I am a choreographer. I also play classic flute, keyboards and electric guitar. I would like to be a fashion and music journalist, and I would also like to continue my charity with people who have disabilities. In my spare time, I'm a model. I also enjoy sports. I like volleyball and aerobics, and I go to the gym nearly every day. My ambition is to become ecological engineer. If we can reduce the pollution in the world, we'll see the brighter future that awaits us.
Ciao, io sono Miss Italia. La mia più grande aspirazione è diventare restauratrice d'opere d'arte. Sono una ragazza simpatica, allegra, sincera, onesta, che crede molto nell'amicizia.
Hello, I am Miss Cayman Islands. My hobbies include dancing, traveling, and going to the beach. And in my spare time, I enjoy spending time with my family and my friends. Being the people person that I am, my trip to South Africa has allowed me to meet many people from around the world.
Well, that group really letting their hair down. Now, choosing 3 favourites from so many gorgeous girls is a really tough decision. But once you've made that choice, it's simple. Just telephone the number that appears on the bottom of your screen to register your vote. And just in case you can't see those telephone numbers, you can log on to the website at missworld.org, where you'll find them all listed. You'll also find details of how you can vote for a separate award of Miss Photogenic.
Still to come, we set sail around the Cape's dramatic coastline, and the girls come face to face with more of Africa's famous wildlife.
Tell me, which movie channel were you watching on digital TV?
Can't remember. Well, there are 16 movie screens.
What rubbish.
Actually, they're great. And the reviews on Sky's interactive movie service help me choose.
What I mean is, I have digital TV and know there to be only 4 movie screens.
The witness is correct. You see, we have the mini dish, whereas you obviously get your digital TV through an aerial, giving you less choice, and so it would seem not all the facts. Case dismissed.
If you're thinking of getting digital TV, get the one with the mini dish. It gives you more choice and unique interactive features.
I object.
Then get yourself a mini dish.
Live up to 100 girls at home waiting by the phone. Call 09064 070708. That's 09064 070708.
Psst! Get a free mini dish and Digibox. Plus subscribe to Sky World and get half price standard installation. Call Sky now on 08702 40 40 80.
Hiya. Oh, hiya. It's not that far to school and we like to walk, don't we?
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to do your bit for the environment.
Are you doing your bit to fight local pollution? Call 08457 86 86 86 and find out more.
Welcome back to glamorous Sun City in South Africa and to Miss World 2001. You Decide, our exclusive preview of this year's Miss World contestants. They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So who do you think has the looks and the personality to take them through to the semi-finals? Well, once you've made that choice, it's simple. Note down your top 3 favourite contestants and their voting codes and simply telephone the number at the bottom of the screen to register your choice. Lines are open now and it really could be your vote that makes all the difference. And remember, if you can't see those telephone numbers, don't worry. Simply log on to the website at missworld.org for all the details. Now it's time to return to the tip of South Africa as our next group of girls take to the high seas to discover the natural wonders of the Cape.
Spirit of Victoria is known as a gaff rigged schooner. She was built along the traditional lines of the old sailing boats. She's only 12 years old. She's 58 foot in total. We've been sailing probably for the last 11 and a half years. Numerous trips per day, so I reckon it would probably be a circumnavigation of the globe by now.
I love the sea, I love the fresh air, and I got a chance to simply relax, and it was a beautiful trip.
I have lived by the sea all my life, so the boat trip reminded me my childhood. It was wonderful.
The boat trip was really lovely. Leaving the port, we could see Table Mountain, and going out to sea, we could see Robben Island in the background.
El viaje en barco fue hermoso, la verdad una experiencia totalmente inolvidable, ver cómo las focas estaban en su hábitat natural alrededor nuestro, de verdad la pasamos muy bien en este paseo.
While we were sailing, it reminded me of when I was sailing with my father.
I enjoyed the peace and tranquility of the wind and the waves sailing along. It was beautiful.
I enjoyed raising the sail. That was so much fun.
It was so interesting to be in the front of the boat, to stand there holding so tight each other, and the waves were like splashing at us and we were watching the lovely view and the very beautiful harbor.
Well, actually, I used to go for sailing in my country with my friends, but here it's different. We were in South Africa with my new friends and have such a good time.
Oh, it was wonderful. I enjoyed so much. I was the captain of the boat. I'm straightened the boat and I learned so much. I feel like Titanic.
I personally think that Cape Town is just a great place to be. It's beautiful, it's very natural, and yet very cosmopolitan.
Disfruté mucho cuando estuve sentada en la parte de atrás del barco, ya que recibí la brisa del mar, el olor del mar, disfruté mucho.
See our novice sailors in their swimwear now as they pump up the energy levels with some volleyball.
1, 2, 3, go!
Hello, I'm Miss Northern Ireland.
I've learned that the South African people are extremely friendly, very, very hospitable, and always willing to help. I would have to say my best qualities would be my ability to be myself no matter where I go.
Hello, I'm Miss Thailand. What I've learned about South African people is that they're warm and kind-hearted, cheery people. They've always got a smile on their face and always willing to lend a helping hand. They're also rich in language and in culture. My hobbies range from playing tennis and rollerblading to digging into a good book. I'm an all-around type of girl, and I'm always up to try something new.
Hello, I'm Miss Spain. Cape Town is similar to the south of Spain, especially Cadiz and Andalus province. The similarities are the mountains and the beaches. My hobbies are having a nice afternoon reading a good book, going to the cinema, and travel.
Hi, I'm Miss Guyana. I just love South Africa, but it's too cold for me. My country is hot. I enjoy cooking, listening to music, reading, being with my friends, and traveling. If I were granted one wish, I'll wish for all of those who were affected by the HIV virus to be cured.
Hi, I'm Miss Greece. I really love my country. It's so beautiful. I think that we're one of the best countries all over the world. My ambition in life is to learn as many things as I can.
Hola, soy Miss Ecuador. Mis hobbies son nadar, ciclear, montar a caballo y sobre todo me gusta mucho dibujar, ya que a través del dibujo puedo expresar lo que siento. Mi mayor logro ha sido ser la vicepresidenta de una fundación benéfica dentro de mi país y poder ayudar a quien más lo necesita.
Hello, I'm Miss Lebanon. I've already invited my roommate, Miss Greece, for a summer holiday in my homeland. And of course, when she'll be there, she's gonna see how kind, loving, generous and hospitable the Lebanese people are. My hobbies include modeling, dancing like classical ballet and jazz ballet.
Hello, I am Miss Gibraltar. The one thing I love about my country is the Rock of Gibraltar. I like the inner rock. It's got historical caves that will show you things. And in the outer rock we've got the Great Siege, and we've also got lots of monkeys. My message for all the other Miss World contestants is to have self-confidence and self-esteem.
Hi, I'm Miss Puerto Rico. The similarity between South Africa and Puerto Rico is the passion of the people. I'm passionate, lover, spiritual, and a dreamer person, and be here is a dream for me.
Hello, I'm Miss Peru. My best qualities are a sense of determination. Also, I am honest, intelligent, caring, and tender person. I enjoy sports, athletic, going to cinema, and painting.
Hola, soy Miss Panamá. Entre mis cualidades están ser una persona extrovertida, alegre, amistosa, inteligente y muy creativa. Mis pasatiempos son leer, caminar, patinar, bailar y salir con mis amigos.
Hello, I'm Miss Malaysia. South Africa is a place where it's very cosmopolitan, and yet it managed to maintain the wild side
and the natural beauty of its landscape. My best quality would be I am a very, very truthful person to myself and to others.
Well, the girl's having a bit of a giggle there. Coming up soon, South Africa's largest visitor, the 40-ton humpback whale. But first, it's back to Victoria Falls to meet our next group of girls as they learn more about the ways of the wild.
The elephants have lived here since 1995, so the operation's been going just over 6 years. And basically, they are all orphans who came from various other parts of the country and who came up to live near Victoria Falls where they can interact with tourists and still have a quality existence. When people arrive, they can't believe that you can actually walk up to an African elephant, touch them, ask them to do things, they'll respond, they're friendly, they're gentle and disciplined.
I've seen a lot of them, but I've never been this close, so it was awesome, it was great. Yeah, I'll do it again.
I was a bit nervous, but there was no need.
It was fantastic, it was a very nice experience. I've never done anything like this and I would like to do it again sometime.
It was comfortable, sitting on elephants, and you feel a little bump here and there. It was fabulous, and then even though it's hot, it's like this in Jamaica, so I enjoyed it.
Well, I guess we learned a lot about different cultures and everybody in the same place is like traveling all over the world at once.
All the girls is so beautiful, so nice and friendly, and that's most important here.
When I tell my friends, they wouldn't believe me.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to London.
Hi.
Nagyon tetszik Dél-Afrika, nagyon kedvesek az emberek, gyönyörű a természet, és nem beszélve az állatvilágról. Örülök, hogy itt lehetek.
I'm an outdoors person, so I'm really enjoying myself.
I like the hot climate.
I'm getting on very well with the other girls, and what's the most important is that I will improve my English probably, so I'm really proud of that.
Now let's see the girls channel all their energies into some Eastern-style Thai bow.
Hello, I'm Miss Barbados. I love to sing. I have a great appreciation for all types of music. I preferably like jazz, R&B, soul, and pop. I am a national official for Special Olympics, and it's a great honor to work with such children with great diversity.
Hello, I'm Miss Bosnia and Herzegovina. I love to dance and I love to sing songs from all over the world. I'm very proud to be representing my country in Miss World. The people in my country are very welcoming, charming and happy people.
Hello, I'm Miss Botswana. In my spare time, I like reading, and I can spend hours surfing the internet. My message to the other Miss World contestants is to believe in themselves and to remember, you're your own champion.
Hi, I'm Miss Bulgaria.
In my spare time, I like reading love poems. This is my first time in South Africa. It's a beautiful country. The people are extremely kind and they are always smiling.
Hello, I'm Miss Czech Republic. I have traveled to many countries all over Europe. Each one has its own magic. South Africa is a completely new experience for me. Everything is so different from home, such as the weather, the climate, people, and the wildness.
Hello, I'm Miss Hungary. Februártól egyetemre fogok járni Magyarországon, kommunikációs szakra, és utána szeretnék a későbbiekben elhelyezkedni a Magyar Televíziónál. Nagyon sok mindent láttam itt Dél-Afrikában, amit otthon egyáltalán nem. Például az állatvilágok az fantasztikus, a majmok rohangálnak az utcán, ez gyönyörű.
I am Miss Jamaica. I love athletics. Athletics is my life. I was captain of both swimming and basketball teams at school. I would like to pursue a career in developmental psychology, especially as it pertains to children. Heaven for me would be going out on a yacht and looking at the stars and listening to soft music.
I'm Miss Kenya. I love to sing. I'm in a gospel singing group, and we sing at concerts, in schools and in church. I want to become a successful clinical pharmacist and go into research with the aim of discovering a cure for cancer.
I am Miss Slovakia. I like sport, especially swimming, rollerblading, jogging and all types of fitness. I am a friendly, sensitive and smiling person. After I finish university, I would like to continue modeling and one day be a manager of my own company.
Hi, I'm Miss Slovenia. I run a modeling agency. It takes up all of my time and I like working under pressure. I love singing and I'm very lucky to have my own song. The song was written for me and it's very special to my heart.
Hi, I'm Miss Trinidad and Tobago. In my spare time, I like to cook a variety of gourmet food for family get-togethers, as well as I like to listen to music and read. Currently, I'm pursuing a degree in Information Systems and Management, and my ultimate goal is to own a chain of restaurants, starting off in my home country and eventually going all up the islands.
Hey, Charlie's Angels, eat your heart out. We've now met nearly 80 contestants from all over the world, each one a winner in their own country. But who do you think deserves to be one of our top 10 semi-finalists? Well, once you've seen all the contestants, have your say and vote for your top 3 favourites. All you have to do to register your vote is telephone the number that should be appearing on the bottom of your screen now. And just in case you can't see that number, don't worry, they're all listed on the website at missworld.org. And don't forget that even if you're from a country with a smaller population, because of our proportional voting system, all votes have an equal chance.
Join us after the break for a final African adventure and more chances to cast your votes for the girls you think deserve the biggest prize in beauty.
Oh no. What's the matter?
Oh no, Linda's got my keys.
Ah, so it's the burger bar for lunch then, is it?
Oh, unless...
What?
I think I've left the window open round the back. You just wait here a minute.
get in? Keys. But we could have been...
If you have locks and alarms fitted, use them. If you don't, fit them.
Crime. Let's bring it down.
Welcome back to Miss World 2001. You Decide, our exclusive preview show that allows you the chance to vote for your favourite contestants. This is our very last group of girls as they go off in search of beautiful whales that migrate to the shores of Cape Town every year.
The best way to see the Cape Peninsula is from the air. The great thing about a helicopter is you can stop, come right down to the water, giving the ladies and the passengers a chance to take good photographs, aerial shots.
So this is how it feels to be in a helicopter.
I'm looking forward to see the scenery, Table Mountain and the hills. I think it's called Two of Apostles. Looking forward to seeing those.
This is my second time actually, and I'm very excited because when I first got in a helicopter I was maybe 8 or 9 years old.
I'm really looking forward to go whale watching. I've never seen a whale before and I'm really excited.
I'm really looking forward to see the beaches from the sky and the mountains from up above.
Wszystko, co do tej pory widziałam w południowej Afryce, jest całkiem inne niż w moim kraju. Ludzie, góry, morze, plaże są tu bardzo piękne, wszystko jest tu piękne.
Oh, it was wonderful, really. It was my first flight in helicopter, and that was one big and beautiful experience for me.
Our pilot is really good, and he was showing us all the famous landmarks around Cape Town, all the mountains and the lakes and the bays and stuff, so it was really good.
Maintenant, je pourrais dire que l'Afrique du Sud est super.
The warm currents of the Indian Ocean is what brings the whales down to mate. On a good day you can probably see easily 12 to 15, maybe even more of them.
Up in the air, Cape Town looks amazing. It's very beautiful. I mean, it's just wonderful. I can't just describe it. It's so beautiful.
The view is just great, fantastic really, because you get to see everything from up there. It's great to be up there seeing Cape Town.
Today I'm in the helicopters. I can see the many mountains in Cape Town, and I want to try again.
Yeah, it was great to be in the helicopter because we could see the mountains very close and I could almost feel the rock.
And we touch base now with the girls as they show off their sporting talents on the beach.
Hi, I'm Miss Finland. There are some similarities between my home country and South Africa. Both countries are very green, but it's almost winter now in Finland and that's why I'm really glad to be here now.
Hi, I'm Miss Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong has a lot to offer a visitor to the country. They can see the panda of Ocean Park and they can play the games. And then they can go to the peak to see the focus of Hong Kong.
Hi, I'm Miss Ireland. In the postcards I've written home to Ireland, to my family and friends, I've written about the people here, who are very warm and welcoming. Also about how much great fun we've been having, all the girls together. And the weather has been so beautiful. South Africa is such a beautiful place.
Je suis Miss Madagascar. J'aime bien l'Afrique du Sud. Les personnes sont très gentilles et aussi les paysages sont très beaux. Madagascar est un pays touristique et très naturel avec les plages, des jolies plages. Et moi, j'invite tout le monde de visiter notre pays, Madagascar.
Hello, I'm Miss Malawi. I've been to South Africa actually before, but only to one place, and this time I feel so lucky to be traveling all over, and I'm really glad we're seeing some amazing sights. I like reading books, magazines, I like sightseeing. I also like to play basketball and watch basketball.
The thing I like about South Africa is that the people are really friendly and they make you feel warm and welcome. My greatest achievement was winning the Miss Maltese Islands title in Malta.
Hi, I'm Miss Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, which is in the western part of Africa. It's really not so different. The landscape is partly the same, but the weather here is so different because it's freezing here.
Hello, I'm Miss Philippines. I would describe South Africa to somebody who has never seen it before. I would say that it should be on his or her top list for a vacation.
Witam Was, jestem Miss Poland. W południowej Afryce podoba mi się otoczenie. Z jednej strony góry, z drugiej morze. Wszystko jest tu piękne. Ludzie w moim kraju są weseli, zawsze uśmiechnięci, po prostu kochają życie.
Hi, I'm Miss Sweden. I really enjoy my stay here in South Africa, mostly because of the warm weather. I phoned home last week and it was nearly snowing, so I love to be here in the sun.
Hello, I miss Yugoslavia. If I had to write postcard to my family, I really don't know what I will write in them because the postcard doesn't have enough space where I can describe the South African beauties. It's so many wonderful sights.
Hi, I'm Miss St. Martin. I enjoy listening to music, diverse music such as jazz, hip-hop, paleo R&B. But I try to converse with the different cultures so I could at least go back home with one word I've actually learned.
We've now seen nearly 100 of the world's most stunning women on what has been the adventure of a lifetime out here in this amazing country. Now it's your turn to vote for your top 3 favourites. The numbers are on the screen and they're all on the website. When the lines close, your votes will be combined with those of our international judging panel to create our top 10 semi-finalists. So join me and host Jerry Springer in glittering Sun City for the ceremony itself, when one of these lucky girls' lives will quite literally change forever. Don't miss it. See you then.
Bond.
Improved specs. Rather stocked. Fully loaded, I think is the term.
The man who's keeping the British end up.
Shadow operation.
Remember, shadows stay in front or behind. Stay with me. Never on top.
James Bond.
The man you can't afford to miss.
No hard feelings, Mr. Bond.
The World Is Not Enough. The ITV movie premiere Wednesday, 8:40.